Tom Cruise films. That's what you fucking pick.
Yeah.
So anyway, we don't like each other much. I don't know why we're still doing stuff together.
And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand. When everything's made to be broken, I just want you to know who I am.
Hi, welcome to ABC's Films. This one's one of Alex's choices. I'm really looking forward to it. It's German and black and white, and it was made in the 80s. I think it's just going to be like clips of people drinking coffee.
Barry's a Philistine. See you after the jump.
Wings of Desire is about an angel whose job is, or it's just what he does, is goes around, observes and reports on like humans and what humans do. And in doing this, he comes across a woman that he really gets kind of enamored by. And then over the course of the film, he decides that he wants to become a human so that he can have a chance of being human, and instead of just observing these things, feeling them. And
Nichts mehr denken. Être là. Berlin. Ici, je suis étrangère et pourtant tout est si familier.
It's extremely German, isn't it?
it's
very
very
European.
German. The thing I was thinking when I was watching it was, because I mean, first of all, I liked it.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It's
It was
definitely-
exactly what I thought it was going to be, but good.
Okay.
So, like, it's like what every film student wants to make for their first film. You know, like, that's what they're going for. But they miss it. There's something in that film that isn't in their films. There's like a feeling to it which
It's
works.
not. I feel like when you think of a film student's film, you tend to think of like there's some weird imagery in there. Like, I mean, they mention in Family Guy, it's like there's a clown flipping pancakes.
Yeah.
Like it's like there's no.
But
like,
I mean,
kind
just
of,
like a black and white film
Yeah.
with like German.
It's doing interesting formalism. It's an interesting formalism.
Yeah,
with, like,
where
the
it's
colours
like-
and stuff.
All of the voiceover stuff, like so many times, it's like, just think of the child. The
Yeah.
child who eats apple and bread, but when he gets older, he needs more. He needs more than apple and bread. But it works.
It's meditative.
Yeah, I
Metaphorically.
really thought it was going to be terrible, but
We laugh because Barry always makes the joke that I like always choose these kinds of like really arty-farty films.
yeah.
I mean, it definitely is arty-farty, but it's obviously like.
Yeah, this
it's a
isn't
good
going to help
arty-farty.
that joke.
No,
I mean, it's going to help me with that joke, but not you.
exactly.
Every time I bring it up, you're like, I don't always choose those films. I'm like, what about Wings of Desire? I love the direction.
It's all really well done. I love the sweeping shots of
Yeah.
Berlin.
Well, the aerial shots were great, but
Yeah.
even that, it was like anytime the camera was moving, it was like loose
Yeah.
and like dreamy, which was really cool. And there was more than a few times when I wasn't paying attention to the subtitles because I was watching
Yeah.
where the camera was going.
I imagine it's more lyrical when you can actually listen to it in the original language. It's like reading subtitles, obviously you lose kind of like the lilted words, and I think
Yeah.
that's something you always kind of need in films like this because it's so much about the dialogue and the way the language is
Yeah.
spoken as opposed to necessarily what they're saying.
Obviously, I noticed early on that it was the movie.
This in black and white.
No, I noticed early on that this was the movie that City of Angels was
Yeah.
based on.
Which I actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen all the way through. So
I
couldn't
only remember
compare.
small bits, but I would say City of Angels, I wouldn't call it a
City of
remake.
Angels is definitely like an Americanized version,
Yeah,
where
but,
it's
I
like
mean,
more
it's-
of a traditional love story.
Yeah, it's I think it's just they've taken the same idea and
Yeah.
made their own film rather than try
It's-
to make.
I
this film.
think in City of Angels it's more explicitly like, what's his name?
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage loves Meg Ryan, but in this one it's not necessarily a love thing. He's more curious and kind of interested in Marion,
wasn't-
the character of Marion, rather than I want to fuck her.
Until the very end, I was thinking to myself that they might not even go down that route.
Yeah.
Because, like, he observed her a couple of times, but he observed a lot of people.
Yeah.
I can't see you, but I know you're here. I feel it. You've been hanging around since I got here. I wish I could see your face. Just look into your eyes and tell you how good it is to be here.
Yeah, well, there's an interesting bit where there's a guy on a train, and he's talking about how worthless his life is. His wife doesn't love him. His kids only remember him because he has a speech impediment,
Yeah.
and they don't care about him. And then an angel comes up and puts his arm on his shoulder, and he suddenly starts to think, "Oh, I can get out of this. I
Yeah.
can, make my life better." But then later on, there's a bit with a different angel, where there's a man who's going to jump off a roof,
Yeah.
and the angel puts his hand on his shoulder to try and change his mind, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And the guy jumps, and the angel sort of screams as he falls, and that was kind of cool because it just shows that the angels aren't.
They're trying to do stuff.
Yeah, they're trying to help
And-
out, and sometimes they fail.
Ikea, waarom eigenlijk?
What I would say to you guys watching is, if you want to watch one of those like black and white German narrated art films that are like, there's a cliche of them, isn't there? Like people always say like, oh, student films are like these things, but if you want to watch one of those that's good, check this one out.
It's a good mood piece.
Yeah,
It makes you feel a certain way.
it's a little too long.
Yeah, I think they're probably going to cut like maybe like 20 minutes, 15 minutes out
Yeah.
of this stuff before.
But then
it
again, I
becomes
tend to say that about
human.
every film we watch.
It's,
So-
it's especially difficult in a film when there's not much plot motion.
Yeah, there's
So
no
it's just like,
narrative
here's a
to
scene,
it at all.
then
Yeah,
here's a scene, then here's a scene, then here's a scene. And it's it's interesting, but
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to take in what all the different characters are saying.
well, I find with most art films, and I don't want to make it seem like I think all foreign films are art films, but like Amour, and I can't think of any more. But with most art films, no, I have watched a few, but
Okay.
like even Eraserhead and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm always glad that I've watched them,
Yeah.
but when I'm watching them, I always think like, oh, this is going on a bit.
They're the
But at
kind.
the end, I'm always
They're the kinds of
happy.
films you will think about after you finish watching
Yeah,
them,
they
as
stick
opposed to
with you.
something like, oh,
Yeah.
that was really entertaining, and you never think about it again because there's nothing interesting.
Yeah, like
going
this
on.
and Transformers, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Transformers entertains you when it's on, but the second
You
it's
still-
off, you're like, what happened?
The machinist, mankind's madness and disfigurement. Industry castrates art. The only honesty is in suicide.
I can't watch any more of these German sitcoms.
So that was two idiots talking about Wings of Desire. If you enjoyed it, click like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time for another riveting discussion where I drink coffee.
And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't